Welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Forza Horizon 5 on the Asus Ally, and let me quickly show you the settings. We're going to be playing this in 1080p and 720p. So we're playing like low. We have FSR unbalanced, and we're also going to be plugging it in, and everything is set to high. And over here you can see the real FPS. So the bottom number is the FPS. Now, let's turn the sound down just a little bit so we don't capture too much sound. The sound is really, really good on this device. I try not to move the Ally too much so you can keep seeing the FPS. And I'm currently using the turbo mode. This is the highest handheld settings. Now you can probably game like this for an hour and 20 minutes, like a max brightness and max performance settings. So that's not very long. You could boost it down to like a more balanced setting, but that goes at the great expense of FPS. And you basically have to tune down the settings. Now, I dare say that this looks like 8K on a small screen like this. When you're playing 1080p, it looks so super sharp. And this is basically a mini laptop that you can hold in your hands. I love the way it looks and feels. So let's quickly tune down to 720p. So we're gonna save it. Yes. Makes the screen a little, or the benchmark a little bigger. There we go. So it's a little easier to read. A little harder to drive. Also 720p looks really, really good on this device. Now this is with BIOS 3.3, so 323. And it's blazing fast. The first reviews were kind of wrong because after the BIOS updates, it went up like 10 to 20%. The performance went up. And thus far, it's been nailing everything. I can play anything on this. I can play Warzone, I can play Halo. I can play pretty much anything with no problem. Okay, so let's put it back on 1080p. Wait, let's stop driving for a second. Let's put it back on 1080p and let's plug in the power. So we're gonna go back to 1080p. It's gonna do this, yes. And we're gonna try it on the manual mode. There we go, so we plug the power in. Just gained a few FPS. Let's see it again, with and without. So we gained like 10 FPS, something like that. You can see the wattage jump up. Nice. So let me switch over to my manual mode. I have a custom fan curve. You can see it over there. Also turn this one on for just the fun of it. Put it at the bottom corner. And let's just start racing again. Now you could get much more FPS out of this if you would turn like the settings down to medium. I think you can play like on 1080p on low, like around 80 to 90 FPS. But a game like this, it runs really good when you're playing around like on 60 FPS. I absolutely love playing this game. I'm not really into racing games, but when I play it on the Asus Ally, I actually find it a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, we're so gonna crash. Well, that went surprisingly well. Wouldn't recommend doing that in real life. Ooh, I just got on board. All right, so let's put it back on 720p and see what that is like. Let me know down in the comments which games you also want to see, or which different games. Whoops. Save it, yes. So this is 720p. Also looks really good. Move it. Now you can hear the fans maybe a little bit, but that's because I cranked up the fans, so it keeps a little cooler. And you can push it a little further. I will show you those settings in a second. It also would be a great deal to me if you just like the video, say hi in the comments, or say if you're Team Steam Deck or Asus Ally, or if you're something completely different. So 720p, really, it just runs really good. I prefer playing 1080p. It just looks a little bit better. I don't know. It feels better because you can just push the screen on 1080p. All right, let me show you my custom fan settings. We have to go to game profiles. We'll open this. If you're rocking an Asus Ally, settings, give it a second. Hello. Okay, so I had to reboot it. It was kind of acting up. I don't know what that was, but it's running fine again. So you have to go to the settings, operating mode, and hello. Like that. This is the fan curve I use. It's a really aggressive fan curve, like that. And this is the GPU settings I'm using. I'm using all the 8 GB of VRAM. And really hope you like this video. Have a good one. Goodbye.